All right, it is 6 o'clock. We're going to start the January meeting of EDC on February 3rd. Roll call, everybody's here. Everybody is here. I've started. I'll let Mr. Marcel show up. Started. The January meeting of EDC on February 3rd. Roll call, everybody's here. Everybody is here. I've started. I'll let Mr. Marcel show up. Started. The January meeting EDC on February 3rd. All right. A, reports and announcements, market analysis.
Yes, I wanted to bring, for the last couple of months, we've had some communications in reference CP2 and the direction that we're going as a EDC. And one of the topics at the very beginning of the 25 budget year was doing a market analysis and just a strategic plan as a whole. The strategic plan was based off our city council and how we move forward with the city council, getting a vision set and going. One of the things also we wanted to do is do that with the EDC. At this point, we have not been able to fulfill that strategic plan. So as we're going through the contract negotiations with CP2, I looked at other companies, and Mr. Ray had also shared some other economic development franchise or not franchise companies that represent that type of strategic planning. Looking into that, I've located one that has I think has the right clientele. It's got the right logistics to be able to help us in that. And I think it's time for us to move forward to see if we can get a strategic plan in place. One, so it helps us know how to navigate as we go through the next several years coming up. I think we have a lot of opportunity in front of us, and I think we would benefit from having help. One, just strategically put it on paper, see what we have to offer, what we do have, and how do we go out and market whatever that may be. This company is able to do that. They can do the market analysis to see what fits Kennedale. We know how to go out and who to talk to, who not to talk to, what our demographics, everything associated with it. That's what this company does to that point. With that, the strategic plan would go along with that market analysis. I like to force a look at that, see if that's the direction we want to go. CP2 will be that's what this company does. Part of that company that comes in, they have also partnered with CP2 to use them for our experience for the last year of what they've been working on, what's working, what's not. That's including the Chamber of Commerce in the sense of what they have done with them. It's not going to be associated with the Chamber, so don't get me wrong. It's just the marketing concept of what CP2 has been able to do up to this point, and they'll be able to share that. So this company would utilize their services on their behalf, not EDC. I do have their the marketing analytical, their resume for say references. I've contacted a lot of their references. I think it's something that we could look at, and obviously I think it's an item that can be budgeted or is budgeted through CP2 for those fundings. One of the things I'm looking at with CP2 is to suspend their service. One, just based off of what we're looking at now, we're looking at a 4 to 6 week or 4 to 6 month project, which would also include, or I would like to include our city council in this strategic plan for our businesses and for the EDC as a whole, and come up with the market analysis to share all of it. That way we have both sides. We have the city council that ultimately has compromised or put our comp plan in place, comprehension plan, which is our future land use, everything associated with it, which they would encompass that into this market analysis and the strategic plan. I think it fits. It's a good way for us to showcase our future, what we're looking to accomplish. And they're able to give us the right direction to market the right restaurants, companies, industrial, commercial, whatever that concept is, they will be able to help us come in and make that happen. Showcase our future, what we're looking, any suggestions to accomplish. And they're able to give us the right direction to market.
Sounds great to me. I mean, sounds like what we need, to be honest.
Commercial, whatever that concept is.
Any thoughts you would have that would be a negative to this? I mean, from what you're telling me, it sounds like what we need, other than cost, maybe.
Yeah, I think the,
Sounds great to me.
based off
What we
the
need.
contract we have with CP2, we'll cover this expense.
Any thoughts you would have that would be
yeah,
a negative to this?
Don't hold me to it, but I think we're looking around roughly about 15,000 for the market analysis and the strategic plan, which would fall within that guideline of what CP2 ultimately was helping us do as well. And part of that was market analysis of what can we bring here? And we knew we had some challenges with CP2 and the land we had available, the marketplace of having buildings, things of that nature. And we were trying to go that direction to locate, but it just wasn't, it was beyond our reach in a sense. Again, with Mr. Ray sharing some of the things, I started making contacts with other cities. This company is by far, they work with nothing but city government. Arlington, Mansfield, Frisco, the list is endless.
So would there be any overlap with what we're currently getting from CP2? Or did they already? Okay,
No.
okay.
We will end the contract with CP2 and suspend that contract. And from that, at whatever point we decide if we want to look at coming back to CP2 to help maybe implement the plan, that's something we can look at and address then. But I think for the next 6 months, we put our emphasis on a market analysis and a strategic plan. That way we can go back and start from the basics and find out what fits Kennedale, what are our needs. And I think that's a missing piece for this last year. I wish we would have done it from the very beginning, and that's my fault. We did it with the council. We just didn't move forward on the EDC side.
So one thing I would, and then Marcel, one thing I'd like to have from CP2 before we do, if we decide to move forward, cancel that contract, is have almost like an exit interview with them so that they can tell us, here's what we saw, here's what we ran into. So that way, whenever we continue to move forward, we might know what pitfalls they ran into, so we don't do that again, if that's possible.
Yeah, what I would like, if you guys have the same interests across the board, I would like to bring them in the March meeting and for them to present everything to the board and to the public as a whole of exactly that. Give us an annual report from CP2, everything has been accomplished, what's working, what's not working. And with that, for the new company, if we choose to go that direction, to come in and giving us an idea of their experience, their knowledge, and what the plan could be as we move forward with them. From CP2, everything is.
Now, my understanding was that we didn't get anything out of the CP2. I didn't know they had a marketing analysis for us because every time they came, we asked them for something, we got a runaround. So do they have now a marketing analysis to present to us?
It is not. When I'm talking about a market analysis from CP2, it was at the basic level. One, what do we have to offer? Then CP2 went out to locate and went to different conferences where retail, industrial, whatever the commercial concept is, to see if we have something available for them.
Okay, we both understand that. But when they came here and we asked them what was the results of those, we never got anything.
That's absolutely correct.
Okay, okay.
And that's the reason why we're moving forward and seeing if we can go a little bit more in depth. One, have a strategic plan. What do we want overall? What do we want to accomplish from just the basics?
So
And then we go
before,
forward from that.
so before we go forward,
That's the reason
I
why
think
we-
everybody on this board is capable of getting together and strategizing a strategic plan and letting that new company, if we choose to go that way, go off of our schematic of a strategic plan.
That's correct.
Go forward. I
That-
think everybody on this
that's
board
correct.
is capable of.
Yeah, we,
But the last time we didn't present any type of strategic plan to CP2.
that is correct. That's, I think our capabilities at the time, what our belief was not met, right? With that, this company does this 100% and nothing more. It's not with the chamber, it's not with any other outline by any stretch. That is correct. This company does nothing but strategic planning, market analysis, and they work for city governments as a whole. With that, this company does. And again, that's what I'm talking about, going to the basics. Let's start from the basics of, and which we did with the city council last year. We done exactly that. We started from the bottom to see, one, what do we want to accomplish? What is the goals that we want to set? What is the vision of the city? The second part for that was the EDC to do the same thing. We were not able to accomplish what that goal was internally. That's not CP2, that's not the board or anything. That's my fault because we didn't go through that. We should have finished on the strategic plan for one. What does EDC want? What is the vision of the EDC? What do we want to accomplish? And we missed that point. We skipped it thinking we can go to a market analysis and get something from CP2, which they did. They fulfilled what we asked them to do. It just didn't work, right? We still was out at large trying to find a company to come in and partner with us. This here narrows that search down, right? The market analysis will tell us what fits Kennedale, what fits the demographics of Kennedale. And that's the missing pieces as I went back the last couple of months that we have met and trying to find where maybe we went astray, where we went a different direction. And I think it goes back to our strategic plan. We do not have one. And that's.
Daryl, would you want to
As I went back.
share the contract with the new company for the March meeting, or are you looking
I
to do
will.
that in April?
Yeah, I have one, but it goes back to our.
It's okay. It's not ready. It's on the agenda, which is fine. I was just wanting to, having gone through this once, let's look at it again. The next one, kind of make sure we've got some things baked into it for
Well, and with that said, I want you guys to meet them, talk to them, have interaction with them to see if, one, do you feel they fit what we're wanting to accomplish? And I think it's important. I think that was another thing that a mistake was made on my side. I should have included you guys a little bit more in that selection process.
Did CP2 provide data points to you or to maybe the city, to the council? Who they contacted, who contacted them, what businesses said no, what businesses said they were interested? Do we have any of those data points whatsoever?
We do, actually. I don't think they necessarily put it on, say, an agenda item or as a report. As they reported to us monthly, they have indicated that they actually went to 2 conferences in reference for Kennedale. Out of that, I think we had 3 restaurants that responded to them. Once we started trying to find a location for them, the demographics and the buildings that we had just did not fit what they were looking for.
But you're aware of who those folks are? And we can, not to say that we can share those with the next entity if needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Once we started trying to find a location for them, the demographic and CP2 will be able to fill them in with that information also.
But you're aware of who those folks are? And we can, not to say that we can share those with the next entity if needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Once we started trying to find a location for them, the demographic and CP2 will be able to fill them.
All right, so item 3, financial report from the Economic Development Corporation.
Thank you. I will be quick this evening, mainly because these numbers seem kind of old, being December, and it seems like we're starting to close January. But our sales tax revenues on 12/31 were at 7.4% of the budget. The prior year at the same time, it was 7%, so that's on pace. The rental fees for the shopping center, you see we're at 24% to budget. The EDC operations expenditures were at 33%. The town center was at 9%. And our fund balance is a little bit over 2 million, or was a little bit over $2 million with 329 total days of reserve. I'll just open for questions because I seem like I repeat myself every month on explanations.
Director Horton, for the fund balance year to date, do you know what it is for currently, not for December, but where we are now in February?
I do not.
Not
'Cause
yet.
there's a lot of entries that we have to do as part of the month-end close that we just haven't done yet. Questions because I seem like I repeat myself every month. Or there are a lot of entries, not there is.
Follow-up question then on that. Do we have any upcoming expenditures that would greatly reduce that number?
Yes. The remodel for the former Dollar General. It's the biggest one that comes to mind.
And how much is that going to be?
Around 800,000.
131,000.
Follow-up question then.
Well, that immediate, but the total throughout the year, yeah. But we have a few large ones coming up. Yes. At the same time, though, little January preview, we have the January, as far as sales tax goes, was the largest January that I could see going back 5 years. I can't provide well, that immediate, but the total throughout the year, yeah. But we have a few large ones coming up.
Sean, on your statement on the not this sheet, but the other statement sheet, you had I want to request a correction on the increase amount. The increase percentage was listed as 480%, and it's actually 380% on the increase of statement. I don't have it in front of me, but the other statement sheet. You had
Well, the support is system generated, so I don't know that I could.
But the variance, the increase on, I guess it was.
Christmas
The Christmas fund, yeah, Christmas, sometime Christmas or whatever it was. It went from 5,000, estimated to 24,000, and the variance was 19,000. And so 5 into 19 is 380, so.
Okay, I'll look at that, but that's all system generated, so that's not a manual correction that I can make.
Okay, all right, just.
The only thing that's manual is this cover sheet.
Okay, just information. just
Okay, so
information.
you said that's the Christmas, the donation, or?
Yeah, it should be 380 and not 480.
Okay. Okay, I'll look at that, but that's all system generated, so that's not a manual correction.
So clarity real quick. So 130 upfront, 800 annualized budget for the remodel?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay.
Basically, the 130 is material and 70-something thousand of it is from the asbestos.
Upfront, 800 annualized budget for the remodel?
On Mr. Eubank's question then, is the 800 include the 130 or is that plus 130?
It's total.
The 130 is.
That's very approximate, going off the top of my head, which I rarely ever do, so this is a rare event tonight.
On Mr. Eubank's question then, is the
Just a
800
reminder, we've done a budget adjustment on that, so it'll come out of that top number once we get a full report.
Ever do, so this is a rare event.
But it'll be the 807,000.
When do we anticipate construction starting?
We have a meeting tomorrow to get it implemented.
And end of year completion?
We should be completed within 90 days.
Okay, good. And then tenant moves in,
Roughly September, October.
so we can assume that we'll have revenue October, November possibly?
I would indicate January the 1st.
Okay. Completion?
We should be completed within 90 days.
Okay, good. And then.
Any more
tenant
questions
moves
on
in,
finance?
Roughly September, October.
Thank you, John.
So we can assume that we'll have revenue October, November possibly?
I would indicate January.
Item B, consent agenda, November 25 EDC minutes. Does anybody have any comments? Or is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor? Does anybody have, thank you, any comments? Item C, items for individual consideration, discussion, and/or action, EDC fund grant for property located at 1083 North Bowman Springs Road.
Just real quick, we did this, finance staff reviewed the application. It is complete. It's administratively correct, and this entity does qualify for the grant. In your packet, there was not a staff recommendation for approval. For full transparency, my daughter has used Spirals for after-school care for several years. So by placing a recommendation, that would have been a conflict of interest. I'll bring them up to provide a presentation right now. In your packet, there was not a staff recommendation.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having us today.
My daughter has used.
I'd just like to start off telling you guys a little bit about Spirals. Spirals Gymnastics stands as a testament to the power of evolving vision and deep community roots. What began in 1982 as a young gymnast's dream has flourished into a multifaceted athletic institution, proudly family-owned and serving the Mansfield and Arlington area for over 4 decades. While our foundation was built on gymnastics, our commitment to meeting family needs drove us a pivotal evolution in 2005 with the launch of our swim school and the development of our patented SwimPal learning system. The proprietary curriculum, unique to Spirals, revolutionized our approach to aquatic education, offering a structured, highly successful method that has taught thousands of children to be safe and confident in the water. We are now asking for the support to bring this proven model to the Kennedale community through the construction of a dedicated pool. This project is not just about infrastructure. It is the next chapter in our unwavering dedication to families across the Metroplex, ensuring that the safety, excellence, and the care that define the Spirals legacy are accessible to a new generation of swimmers to come. I'd like to begin also by just talking about a little bit about the, how do I click here? Is it on anything? Next chapter in our unwavering dedication. See here. Yeah, thank you. Across the Metroplex, ensuring that the safety, excellence, and the care that define the Spirals legacy are accessible to a new generation. Okay. Our building history. Purchased land in 2015 as part of an urban village project here in Kennedale. Building was completed and doors opened late 2015. The goal was to offer a variety of programs that would benefit the families of Kennedale right in their own backyards. The programs we currently have for ages 3 and up are gymnastics, ninja, cheer, camp, and tumbling. We also have an accredited Texas Rising Star after-school program serving all of the Kennedale ISD. That would benefit the families of Kennedale right in their our programs, all across our various programs, we have seen over 350 Kennedale families participating. These are just some of the couple things that we do there. What are we aiming to build? We're enhancing public safety through aquatic literacy and to reduce drowning risk and build confidence in the water. This facility will serve as a primary hub for developmental swim lessons in Kennedale. By providing structured aquatic education, we will aim to ensure that every child in our community has the opportunity to learn potentially life-saving skills in a controlled professional environment. Reduce drowning risk and build confidence in the water. This facility will serve as a primary economic vitality and local retention by providing to keep recreational spending within Kennedale. Currently, Kennedale residents must leave city limits to access aquatic services. Construction and operation of our pool will help ensure that local demand is serviced by local businesses, generating revenue that stays within our community. Furthermore, it will create additional employment opportunities for local youth, contributing to the professional development of our workforce. I'd like to bring up my stepfather at this time. His name's Simon King. He's going to talk to you guys a little bit about the benefits to that. Generating revenue that stays within our community. Furthermore, it will create additional employment opportunities for local youth, contributing to the professional development of our workforce.
My wife started this business in 1982, and it's, what the hell was I going to say? Sorry. Yeah, we're moving on to the reason why we're having our daughter give the presentation is we are moving on to the next generation. And Spirals has been around long enough now that we have 3rd generation kids coming in. So we've got kids whose grandkids were at Spirals back in the 80s. We started a summer camp in 2005, and that has been highly successful. And it's the same year that we built a commercial pool at the camp. There's a state requirement for camp that you have to spend 50 or 60% of the time outdoors. Now, when it's 110 degrees in July in Texas, that ain't funny. So if you haven't got a pool, it's really difficult to get a camp going. So we started camp in Kennedale about 5 years ago. And just to provide some numbers for you, last year, the Kennedale camp, we have 13 people employed. These are local people. Mansfield, we have 32 people employed at the camp. And that is what we're hoping to do in Kennedale by building a pool and adding on to our camp facilities. So not only do we teach swimming, which also employs another 4 people. So hopefully we can provide this amount of youth employment for Kennedale. That's the aim. That is what we're hoping to do in Kennedale by building a pool and adding on to our camp facilities. So not only do we teach swimming.
Strengthening community and social infrastructure to provide a place for residents to connect. I am. The facility acts as a social venue for families looking for aquatic activities, including birthday parties, summer camp, private lessons, and social events. This project transforms an empty lot into a vibrant city asset where neighbors can connect, celebrate, and learn. Promoting health and wellness accessibility to offer low-impact exercise options for all ages. We are committed to improving the physical health of Kennedale residents by providing a venue for low-impact cardiovascular exercise. From open swim for youth to gym and swim fitness programs, the pool provides a platform for combating sedentary lifestyles across the demographics. We are committed to improving the physical health of Kennedale. 20 years of aquatic excellence. Spiral Swim Pal Aquatic Learning System advantages. Our accredited methodology is a proprietary system designed for maximum technical efficiency. Accelerated learning, proven to develop competent swimmers at a significantly faster rate than traditional instruction models. I'm sorry. Is a proprietary system designed for maximum technical efficiency. I've lost the page. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. At a significantly faster rate than traditional instruction. Here it is. Decades of experience, over 20 years of continuous operation of outstanding curriculum and generations of active swimmers and community trust in the area. Summer season impact, 150 new students successfully integrated into the program annually. That's also only a 3-month out of the year because as you can see, our facility is outside. So that's 150 new students in that 3-month there. 100% competency goals. Students transition from beginners to competent swimmers within a single season. The pool itself that we are aiming to build specifically be designed for a learn to swim program starting at 18 inches and up to 4.5 feet. This design allows for even 3-year-olds to stand up, taking away the fear of learning of swimming. And because the pool will be shallow enough, even at its deepest, it affords the safety needed around the water. Now I'd like to bring up Gemma to talk a little bit more about this patented program that they developed about 15, 20 years ago.
We had a coach that wanted to try to use gymnastics as a way to teach swimming. And we know that if you're in the right body position, it's a lot easier to learn something. So the problem with swimming is that getting in the right body position is prone to the water. And so what he came up with was putting 2 noodles together on a rainy day that ended up being patented that we use for our swim pal system. And what happens is that it goes over the child's head like this, and then they have their arms out, and they can put their arms out here. And if you guys have you try to teach your kids swim or your grandkids to swim, you know, they do the doggy paddle thing and they go really fast and they don't go anywhere and they don't stay above the water. That's because you have 2 different motor skill developments that we're trying to learn. The first one is the flutter kick, so that's a fast motor skill, right? And the second one is the stroke. Oh, sorry, I'm stroking the mic. Stroke is the arms, and it's a slow movement. So we've got fast and we've got slow. Well, getting a 3-year-old to know how to do fast and slow at the same time is really difficult. So the two good things about the swim pal system, everybody has one on, every child, so they don't have to worry about them going under or drowning or any of those things while they're teaching them. Traditional programs, you might see that all the kids are sitting on the side and the teacher's taking one at a time. And so there's not a whole lot of active swimming going on. There's a lot more sitting than there is actually learning to swim. This product has eliminated that because we can all practice flutter kicking at the same time. We can all practice arm stroke. We use it for all the strokes, but I picked this one because we're all familiar with it. So what would happen is we would put the child in and they would start and they get their hands up here and they hold on. And remember, they're 3, and then they put their feet behind them and they just kick. And we teach them how to flutter kick and they'll just go. And then we'll just do arms, no feet, arms. And then we'll do five flutters, and then we'll do 5 arms, and then we'll do 2 flutters and 2 arms. And eventually then we're fluttering and going at the same time and stroking at the same time. And that's why, as Abby was telling you, is that learning to swim in one season happens a lot at Spirals. So that's why we're excited to be able to bring this special product to another group of kids in another area, and especially here in Kennedale. As Abby was telling you, is that learning to swim in one season happens a lot.
I think that's about going to wrap it up for us. This is kind of the last thing we'll talk about here, and that's our youth camp. I know Simon kind of briefly talked about it, but just to throw some more stuff here at you for you. A premier summer experience in Kennedale, beyond standard daycare, and a licensed Texas youth camp. I'm also been the camp director. I'm 33 now, and I have been doing the camp director since I was 18 years old. And it is my favorite thing that we do at Spirals. It brings so many different people together, and I get to hang out with them. Like Simon was mentioning, I have kids that were started off with me that are 5 or 6 that now collect a paycheck from me. And so that's really special. And because it's only something we get to do 3 months out of the year, it comes and goes really fast, but it's always the really cool thing to do. And it is something that I would like to grow here in Kennedale and use the youth here in Kennedale as well, and develop a special relationship with the youth here as well as I have in Mansfield. You can't go anywhere without usually running into at least somebody between the age of 15 and 20. And I think that's pretty special that they come up to me and they don't mind having a conversation with me in public, which is usually not always the case either. But it's something really special, and I strive to have that relationship here with the community here in Kennedale. So active learning is 50% of every day, as Simon mentioned, is outdoors, structured and supervised environments. Our on-site aquatics, immediate access to a swimming eliminates travel time and maximizes pool time. Currently, we are busing over our Kennedale children to our Mansfield facility so they can have the same experience per se as the Mansfield kids are getting. So having one in their own backyard would be awesome for them, so they don't have to get on that bus and come back and forth and all those sorts of things. Diverse curriculum, a robust activity schedule that fosters development and fun. Swimming, utilizing our accredited swim pal systems. Archery, professional instruction and skill building. Outdoor activities, engaging group games, and nature-based learning. So we do a lot of cool, like I mentioned, just a lot of awesome different things across the board. It's pretty eclectic and a lot of fun. So just wanted to really capitalize on that for a second. The last of our slide today is just kind of some of the photos that we've done and some of the things that we've done with the Kennedale community over the last couple of years. We do an annual showcase. I believe this will be our 4th or 5th this year. So the ones where you kind of see the circus theme, or we do the kids learn a routine and their gymnastic skills, and then they come and showcase it for the parents. So it's a carnival themed thing with bounce houses and popcorn and snow cones and all sorts of fun stuff there. Down here at the bottom, we have our annual trunk or treat that we do. It's when we partner with the Kennedale Police Department. They come out and hand out candy with us and just kind of supervise and make sure everything goes well also. That's always a lot of fun too. All the costumes and everybody comes out to play. A lot of the other things that you'll see here are some of our Friday night fun. We do them monthly. It's kind of like a 6 to 10 p.m. and they come and bounce, and we have pizza, and sometimes we watch movies. Sometimes it's costume themed. It kind of just depends on what's going on, what month of the year it is, and things like that. So there's just kind of a couple of the photos that we have done with the Kennedale community. And I think that will, it's kind of 300. Oh, at the beginning, yeah, the 350 community families that we have been part of the community with us here, have done some sort of event with us, whether it be Friday night fun or the trunk or treat. That's usually a pretty popular one, and our greatest showcase is the best one that we do. It's the biggest production that we. What? Yes, they all of them are for the Kennedale community. It shouldn't be. I don't want to confuse the two with my Mansfield, our Mansfield location, but yes, this is just strictly for the Kennedale community. Yes. Is there anything else I'd like to add? Well, thank you guys so much for y'all's time today. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can we just ask a couple of questions?
Absolutely, yeah. Anything.
I just had 3, if you don't mind.
Sure.
What was the approximate headcount you were planning to hire for the summer lifeguard staff to kind of keep the pool?
So I think that we'd like to double what we currently have. Right now, I think we have about 13 employed, and we'd like to at least double that to what we to get to what we are matching in Mansfield. So that's about what we run in Mansfield. We run about 50 to 75 kids weekly over there. So that would be ideal over here as well. Right now, it's roughly about 20 to 25, 30 maximized.
Okay. And then for the private rentals, is that available to residents to come and pay the fee, or is that only available to members of Spiral?
So I believe, guess we would have to look a little further into it, but yes, we would prefer if they were members with us. We would look further if we'd have to, but obviously for our safety and for the legal reasons too. They have to go through and sign the waivers and stuff with us. So preferably, yes, members. Yeah, absolutely. Please do. If they were members with us, we would look further. We'd have
For the
to.
parties, we have a different rate. So if they're not a member, it's slightly more expensive. But anyone can come and do it.
Okay. And my last question, this should be quick. When do you want to start construction on this?
As soon as possible. We've got the permitting process complete, and we've got, subject to the requirements of this grant, I know we can't spend the grant money before it's been approved. So that's going to dictate some of the timing. But we're certainly aiming to have it ready for this summer.
Thank you very much.
A question again.
We've got,
At this time, have you guys executed this agreement that shows with the Axis custom pools?
So that's going to dictate some of the timing.
So this has been,
Certainly.
it has
Yes,
been
sir.
executed. You're moving forward
Yes.
with. Okay. Could you remind us all, could you give us your current population of students that are out of Kennedale?
So there's a multitude of programs, kind of our help, like for our after-school program, we're running around 40 to 45 children. I think our gymnastics classes are running at probably about 70% capacity currently. We have a ninja class right now that's the only one we offer, but it is full. So it's a kind of it's a multifaceted question, but I think that the majority altogether, right now, I would say that we probably have, a couple hundred. 70% capacity currently. We have a ninja class right now that's the only one we offer. Something, yeah. The multifaceted question. I think that the majority altogether. And yeah, I just would like to also, like I was kind of harping on it earlier, but like I mentioned, the trunk or treat we've been doing with you guys. One of our big things that we love to do with you guys. I'm not sure who all's involved with that because I really only technically always talk to the police, make sure that they kind of always come out and hang out with us. But it has been such an awesome, it has really helped us with the community is kind of getting our name out there and kind of them not knowing what we always do. People show up and think that we're only a gymnastics business, rightfully so. We can understand the confusion. So when they get in there, they don't like say, oh my gosh, I didn't realize y'all had this, and this. And that's kind of obviously the idea that we would like to, the idea of growing. So the more that we do with the community, obviously, the better off it is for everyone involved, including Spirals. So the trunk or treat has really been a blessing for us in that way, for sure. This, and that's kind of.
What size is the pool? Know the dimensions of what we're looking at?
Off the top of, no, only how deep it would be. Our Mansfield, it's going to be smaller than our Mansfield facility, and our Mansfield facility, it's pretty large. Do you know how? Off the top of, no, only how deep. Correct, yes. Our Mansfield.
The design shows 42 feet by 27 and a half.
And
pretty
it's
large.
roughly 21,000 gallons.
Correct, yes.
The design shows 42 feet by 27 and a half.
And it's roughly 21,000 gallons.
It was a happy medium for our camp kids who already know how to swim to still have the experience of swimming, but also still be for its main function, which is to teach swimming. If you're a child and you want to come swim, which again, I've been doing the camp thing for a long time, they don't want to come and hang out in the shallow end when they're 10 years old and know how to swim. And so this was the best of both worlds where we could kind of meet both of the functionalities for them. Yeah, there's always going to be a buoy. They would kind of dictate where the deep end begins and where the shallow end stops. That's always, that's pretty standard. So this is the best of both.
Do you have any plans to have any activity for adults?
Yeah, so absolutely. That was I kind of harped on that just as, we haven't done it in the past, but it is something that I would like to do. I think it obviously offers a lot of benefits for elderly people or people that have had injuries or there's so many different avenues that could go. So yes, absolutely. That would be something that we'd look into for cardiovascular health.
Will that be a marketing tool? I mean, have you even started a marketing
Offers a lot of benefits.
concept of what you're looking at?
We,
Well, you had a great presentation tonight. I'm just curious.
we didn't want to put the cart before the horse on that, so we have, I don't know if that's what she was going to say. Sure, sure.
Have you even started the marketing?
If you knew the whole story, it's taken us 3 years to get this permit that we got just 2 days ago. So we have started and stopped twice before, and this is our third go around to get it done. It takes a lengthy process to permit a pool, I have found out in my last 3 years. But the thing I kept saying is I can't market a swim program if I don't have a hole in the ground. And so I was not, once we got to the point where it was time to start marketing, I just felt like it wasn't enough time to finish the pool. This year it will be. Our typical marketing starts for our summer programs on March 15th, which is spring break weekend. We switch gears and we go everything to camp, to swim, all of our preschool programs that go with our camp, all of that starts marketing in March for that time. So as far as we're talking about for some kind of cardiovascular or athletic way for the kids to do, we can do laps. There'll be laps, and we can do lap swimming with the adults. We can also look at working on some aerobic programs. Those are not some areas that we've looked into, but this pool is shallower, so it'll give the opportunity for more people to stand in the pool, we think. So Abby actually came up with that idea to ask that as another revenue stream for the pool, and we think it'd probably be a good idea.
Regardless for tonight, if you don't mind sharing your current marketing, the city doesn't mind helping you market that for our citizens.
Wonderful.
If you don't mind, but before you leave, if you would get my card or if you
Okay.
share your card with me, I'd love to meet with you.
Wonderful. That would be fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. Abby's our Facebook girl, so I'll get her on it too.
If you don't mind.
It's a family business. My son works and Abby works, and we're really trying hard to retire, but it's going a little slow. That's good.
I got one question. On the location of your pool, I think, well, our packet has it. There's a lot of post oaks there. Are y'all going to try to minimize what you're going to take out?
We're not taking any trees out. If you go down the driveway from north, across, when you get to the top of the hill there where the buses sit, I don't know if you go through that area, but then there's a huge lotted area that there are no trees on. So
Okay.
we don't have to move any trees. There's a little bit of slope that they're going to have to do to level it out for us. But it was the best open space that we had. We really wanted to leave the oaks in the other areas for camp because the kids, they'll play, games out there and have a camp atmosphere. So we didn't want to lose any trees or anything. So we're just going to use, as Abby said, an empty lot area. That's where we're going to build for it. So also it'll be really close to the where we've just put in the new parking spaces, because we wanted parents to be able to sit in the car and watch the lessons if they didn't want to get out and get in the heat. So they'll be able to see through the gated area to see the kids learning to swim while they're there. So also it'll be really close to the where we just put in the new parking spaces. You guys have any swimmers that need to swim? I understand the dilemma for sure.
Just kind of for your information, there's been several surveys that the city has done in reference to a swimming pool, and that's the number one thing that's been asked for. Is exactly that. For your information, there's been several surveys that the city has done in reference to a swimming pool, and that's the number one thing that's been asked for. That's exactly that. And I strongly recommend you to show up to our council meeting, February the 17th. We will have a survey, a community survey that will be presented to our council, and I think it'll be very informational for you. And I strongly recommend you to show up to our council meeting, February the 17th.
Could you give us your current timeline?
Community survey that will be presented to our council, and I think it'll be very informational. And I strongly recommend you to show up to our council meeting, February the 17th.
Could you give us your current timeline?
Community survey that presented to our council. I think it'd be very informational.
So yes, it's, we're still in the hurry up and wait part, but we've got to get the electric out there and get the water out there and get the land, get it surveyed. Once that's done, we met with him like 3 days ago at the property, and he said, once that starts, permitting weather can slow us down a little bit, but 6 to 8 weeks, which should put us be done by mid-April or so. So that gives us another full 6 weeks before we have a 6-week, buffer to time before we start the end of May. It'll start the same when Memorial Day starts, so that's when we'll open for the swim program. So yeah, we're on track this year. We're in a good spot for it to all happen in the right timeline for us to be able to swim this summer.
Thank you.
Buffer to time before we start the end of May. It'll start the same when Memorial Day starts, so that's when we'll open for the swim program. So yeah, we're on track
More
this year.
discussion?
We're in a good
Questions
spot
for him?
it to all happen in the right timeline for us to be able to swim this summer.
Very good presentation. All right, we'll need a motion to approve or disapprove this funding grant.
I'll make a motion to approve the funding grant for the property located at 1083 North Bowman Springs Road.
I'll second.
All in favor? We'll need a motion to approve or disapprove this funding grant.
I'll make a motion to approve the funding
All right,
grant for the
unanimous.
property located at 1083 North.
When can we actually start building?
Go ahead, sir.
When can we actually start construction? I mean, we're planning to make a hole in the ground so we can start marketing, because as Gemma said, we can't market without a hole in the ground. There's got to be something physically there.
As soon as you can get them out there.
As soon as we're out,
You're
so,
approved.
okay, wonderful. That was
You
it.
can grab a shovel and start tonight. if you-
Yeah, right.
You're good to go.
We start construction. I mean, we're planning to make a hole in the ground so we can start marketing. As Gemma said, we can't market without a hole in the ground. There's got to be something.
We don't, but I know the owners, we could probably make a class.
Okay, wonderful. That was it.
You can grab a shovel and start tonight. if you-
Yeah, right.
You're good to go.
Thank you. Are you planning to make a hole in the ground?
We'll need a motion
The owners,
to
we could
go
probably
into
make-
executive session, and then I'll make the reading.
I make a motion, we go to executive.
Second.
All in favor? We'll need a. All right. A, pursuant to 551.071, consultation with the city attorney pertaining to any matter. And B, pursuant to 551.072, deliberation regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property. All right. A, pursuant to 551.071, consultation with the city attorney pertaining to any matter. And B, pursuant to 551.072, deliberation Session back into regular session. Do we have any motions from executive session?
I will motion to approve the city manager to negotiate a potential land purchase.
We have a
Second,
second.
second.
All in favor? All opposed? One opposed, yes. Motion passes for now. And we're everything, we're no more anything left. We're done. Do we have a motion to adjourn? All right, all in favor? Yes.